This is your boy Joe back at it again. So now we're going to continue with the third part of this series. Okay, so now what we're going to do is do a little simple, prototype of, just wireframes of what the website is going to look like. Okay, so pretty much we need an area where it's going to be like a menu, right? A header. So we're going to have, let me fill this up. Let's say just like that. Of course, the colors doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't really matter what the colors are, because at the end of the day, we are actually going to come in and create a design later on for the website itself. But pretty much there's going to be a header, right? There's going to be the landing page. We're going to put in, let's say, a large image of cryptocurrency. So let's say Bitcoin logo. Okay, Bitcoin logo. Let's put here menu, or let's say site name. We're gonna have the site name. We're gonna have menu. Okay. And then we're going to have a form for this. We basically puts in the date, how much they spent. Okay, so here we're gonna say something like, let's say, for example, enter transaction. Okay. All right, enter transaction. And then we're going to have some fields here. Price. That's going to be like a text field. So let me see, come here. Like I said, doesn't really matter how it looks. Okay. Before this video is over, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Now, currently I'm using Photoshop. You guys can literally find a whole bunch of different software out there that are actually free, that you can actually do this in, even Microsoft Paint. Like literally, like this is just a prototype. Sometimes people think like you gotta spend so much money to get all this fancy software or sign up for Adobe's Master Suite. The only reason I have Adobe Master Suite is for video editing. But besides that, like, I wouldn't even use this thing. I will use this out here. Where is it? Graphic Designer to actually do this. And this is 100% free. You could go download this application and you could create your prototypes and your designs for your websites. Okay, now let's say like this. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick. Okay, so keep this two things, group it together. Let's say text field. Okay, now duplicate that. Okay. And then here we will have something like date. Okay, so pretty much just like that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look great right now currently because it has no colors, it has no details to it, but it's just an idea, right? When you're building this type of websites, this prototypes, you start with something very, very simple, and then from there you start worrying about colors. You start worrying about how the website is going to look, how it's going to stack up, and when it is responsive. Worry about those things later on. Don't worry about it in the beginning at all. Okay. Oops. Yeah, so don't worry about that at all. So let me see. Put it right there. That's fine. Now, we need like a button. Okay. And this button is gonna say check profits. Now, I don't know. Should it say check profits, or should it just say submit, save, whatever? You can figure that out later on. All right. Now, for this website, it's going to be very simple, very easy for somebody to come in and be like, okay, I want to check my my transaction, see how much my Bitcoin, how much money I made from my Bitcoin, or how much money I made from buying a quarter of a Bitcoin in 2015 till now. So all of this stuff is going to be very easy. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is, create that next page. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm going to group all of these. I could actually create new compositions. I believe it's layer comps. Is it layer comps? Yeah, I believe layer comps. I forgot the name of it. Haven't really used Photoshop in a minute, but I believe it's layer comps, where you could create different pages, still keep the original one. So let me see. For now, let me just group all of these together. Okay, so this is gonna be the home page. Okay. All right, let me duplicate this. This is results. Okay, so after they click submit, basically, or check profits, whatever, they click on the button. After they click on this button, it's going to take them to the next page. The next page is going to give them the results, right? And then we also going to have advertising there, because think about it like this. Like, this whole thing is going to be free. We're paying for the hosting. We're paying for the servers, but all of this is free. So for the user, the way that they pay us is really just by having to see the ads. That's it. They saw our ads. Cool. From there, we made our money. It's usually going to be like somewhere around, maybe 20 cents per view every time that they come in to view it. And if they click on the link, it could be up to $20 if they click on a link. I mean, right now, let me check this out. Oh, you know what? I'll talk about this later on. Sorry about that. So I'll talk about that later on. Let's focus on this topic, which is just pretty much just the design, the prototype of it, how things are going to be stacked up. There's really no colors behind it. It's just pretty much bare bones. Okay. So we got the results page, which is going to be this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. Hold on, let me see, enter transaction. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is fine. I should have actually, hold on, delete this whole thing. Delete the groups and everything. So let me just group this stuff in order here. Okay, so, okay, there's the header. Name this header. this all the way at the top. Okay. Group this as like that, and group all of these as body. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, and in reality you really don't have to watch this video of me actually building this. The reason this video is here is just to show you how simple it is that you can just prototype a page with some simple software like Photoshop or Gravity or Microsoft Paint, and just basically create the website before you even build it. Because you don't want to build something, you know, spend time coding it, when in reality you just needed to just move a couple of boxes around and some text around to see if things is gonna work, right? So this is just building a super prototype. Okay, so this right here, we're gonna call it results, and this is actually going to be the page where people land on whenever. Let me create a new group. Okay, this is gonna be the page where people land on when they click submit on the form. Okay, so here we're gonna come in and put in something like this, like let me put this here, let's say for example, your $1,200 investment is now let's say here we put in something like $1,200 investment is now $7,304. Right? Okay. So let's put this in, make this big, because this is their profits. You want it that they could see this and be like, oh wow, this is what I made. You know what I mean? And then down investments now $7,304, and then you say something here like you made let's say 200% profit. I don't know if because this thing is not 200%. Let's say 400% profit. I mean 400%. You made 400% profit. Okay, so you put that there. Okay, something like that. Give it to them. Very simple, very easy. That, you know, any mom and pops could see this and be like, oh wow, I made my, you know, $7,300 and 400% in profits. This was great, you know. So make it real simple, real easy. Now, as far as the advertising, we're going to make one here like that. Okay, put that there. All right, because, you know, some people might be like, oh man, this sucks, you got to put advertising. Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna be paying for hosting. You're gonna be paying for all of this stuff. Who's gonna pay for that? You are. Right? Now, are you gonna do this out of your own kindness in this world, to be like, hey, I'm gonna do this out of my own kindness, I'm gonna pay all this money and just for no reason, right? Spend time coding it, spend time doing all of this work just to be nice. You know, it's just not gonna work. You know what I mean? So, okay, advertising. And of course, it's not gonna be this big. The advertising is usually way smaller than this, but I'm making it nice and big so it could be easy to just look at and understand like where things are going to be put at. Okay, so let's say add. I'm just grouping this stuff together so I could literally just copy and paste it. Okay, and then there you go. So let's say something like that. Okay, now let's move in this text here, something like that, and then here now we give them a basic button where basically we just say, hey, keep create an account to keep track of all your profit. Right now that we just made it so easy for them to see the profit of just one time that they bought anything, now they could keep track of all their profit, and later on, you know, we could have them sign up or, you know, etc. Right? For us, we already won. The moment that they put in the transaction, the moment that they came in and they came to this page and they actually just submitted and spent any time on the website, we already won, right? The reason why we won is because we basically came in, we got their attention, we gave them what they wanted super easily. Now, anytime that they want to get their profits, they're going to come back to this page. And every time they come back to this page, there's going to be advertising here, advertising here. Now, of course, because the name of the website, or, you know, we're going to have keywords somewhere here, like in a paragraph or information somewhere where we talk about cryptocurrencies, these advertisements are both going to be about, you know, cryptocurrencies. Most likely they're going to be Coinbase. Okay, like if you search Coinbase on Google, you're going to get flooded with a whole bunch of companies that want you to sign up with them. Okay, so now for this one, we're gonna come in, gonna do this, let's say something like that, and okay, we're gonna put in put it here. Okay, now let me see. Of course, this thing can be named something else later on, and to be honest with you guys, we're not gonna go that deep into creating the next pages of like, hey, create the account to track your profits. Listen, all of that stuff can be added later on. This is just like a super, you know, prototype that you're going to create something simple, right? Like I said from the beginning, automatically, because you have this page online and it's making the life easier of the user, right? They're going to come back to this page just like I do for, you know, CSS generator, border radius, right? Basically, every time that I want to do border radius, I go back to the website. Every time I go back to the website, the guy makes 5-10 cents from me. Now, it's the same thing as people that are going to be using this website. They're going to come back here. Every time they come here, we're going to make 20 cents from them. All right. And that's for each ad. So that's like 40 cents per person, you know, and you might say, hey, this is nothing, but you got to think about it like this. All that stuff start adding up, right? All those little visits, all those little clicks, they start adding up. And when they add up at the end of the month, it's 700, 800, 900. Now, when you start seeing that your website starts growing bigger, then what you do is you basically come in and you expand it, you scale it. You say, okay, this website is actually coming in and is really hot right now. Let me scale this. What happens if I come in and I start adding, you know, the create account section? What happens if I come in and I create a whole bunch of other stuff, right? You know, like you could add a whole bunch of other features and stuff that makes people come back to the website even more. Okay, so pretty much we are done on this section of this whole website. We got two sections. We got this one and we got the home page. Very simple, very easy. Anybody that comes here can literally see this. Okay, this is bitcoinprofits.com, right? They come in, they put in the price of the whatever they bought that, you know, at that date, put in their date, check the profits, we calculate that for them. They come here, they get their $200 investment, 7,304. You made 400% profits, create an account, and then from there we create other parts to the website. All right, and like I said, we're not going that deep, but this is just the very first step to catch people's attention and be able to catch them and, you know, make some money out of it. Two type of people, guys. There's the people that want to become a salaryman. A salaryman is somebody that comes into work, works for a company 10, 20 years. You know, one day they get laid off and then they don't know what they got to do after that. And they're lost. A lot of times it happens to people. Now, there's the other person who is an entrepreneur who says, hey, you know what? I'm going to create a business out there, right? And they take that risk. But what happens is when you come and you take a risk like that, it can be profitable and it could definitely fail, right? But in a situation like this is just side income. You could be a salaryman and still have side income coming in. You know, you could come in and work for a company and make $6,000 after the taxes, right? But what if after taxes, you're making another $1,500, right? On the side for a website that you barely go on. You barely check this out. This was just a very simple application that you built for some, you know, some type of user, some type of niche. And that's it. Now, all of this stuff is like, you know, you start making money with, you know, over time. Like I told you guys, the goal is to have 5 to 10 different websites like this. You don't have to be making $5,000 from each one. If you make $800 from each one, you're good. You're making, you know, $8,000 extra per month, right? Now, if you want to say, hey, I want to quit my job and I want to go to Thailand and relax, you could do that. A lot of guys do that, all right? But if you just say, hey, I like my job, I enjoy what I'm doing, and I have some extra side income, you can also do that too. You know, people always ask me, Joe, how do you make, you know, your money? How is it that you survive? You know, when you was working and now you left your job. And guys, I've been doing this for years. Like, I have money stacked up from, you know, a whole bunch of different applications like this. Like, this is nothing new to me. Like, I've been doing this for years, right? So it's just side income that was there. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm telling you guys is like, I want you guys to succeed. And it's just, you have that freedom of like, man, if you ever lose your job, or if you ever decide to move to another state, or if you ever decide to leave the country, or for whatever reason, you always have money on you because you set yourself up in a way where you're not dependent on the job. It's more of like, hey, you go to the job because you like to code, not because you need the money. You get what I'm saying? So I'll see you guys in the next video. It's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.